Alright, I know that I didn't get a video update put up last week, but you know what? Sometimes life gets a little bit busy. There is more to life than fantasy football and making videos, but nothing much more important than this. So, we're 3 weeks into the season, so let's kind of dig into where we're at so far. We've got 3 undefeated teams. We've got Chris Clark, Brent Wasenius, and of course myself. I mean, that comes as a shock to nobody. Myself and Brent, we're legit. We're proven teams, we're proven owners, we've been around the block a while. Chris Clark, kind of like the Boise State of our league. Kind of an anomaly. Hasn't really played anybody. I mean, who's he played? He hasn't played anybody. Jim, Chuck, Tony, you guys need to pull the tampons out, ladies. Come on. This isn't like the lingerie league. The point of the matter, Chris, is that once you step out of your so-called conference and you start playing the big boys, you're gonna get knocked out. Recap how I've gotten to be the most dominant team in the league. We all know that I disposed of Jeffrey the first week. Second week of the season, I just pissed all over Jeff Hughes. And then last week, I absolutely destroyed Brad Ellis. Here would be like an example of how nasty that was. Oh, what? Brad Ellis actually was in a car accident last week? Wow, that's really tasteless on my part. But oh well, who cares? Alright, so let's take a spin around the league, see what's been happening. The first thing that jumps out at me is 67 points, Mike Schroeder? 67? What the fuck? I mean, seriously, there's kickers in this league that have scored more points than that. That's pathetic. And before you laugh, Bob Bendig, you might be 2-1, but you scored 70 points. I don't know if you got, like, pictures of people in compromising positions, things like that, but I have no fucking idea how you're 2-1 with such a shitty team. And speaking of points, do you realize which player has scored the most points in our fantasy football league? I'll give you a couple seconds to think about it. It's my guy, Peyton Manning. That's right. While all you other guys like Jeff Hughes were running around blowing your wad 2 or 3 times worth on guys like Adrian Peterson and all these other guys, no, I invested in a winner. I invested in the winner. Just further proof of how badly I just kick everybody's ass. You know, continuing to look around the league, clearly the worst coach in the league is Richie Brown. Congratulations, Richie. Your team's actually pretty good, but you just fuck them over every week. How else can you score 48 more points than your opponents and be 1-2? I don't know what the hell you're doing, but it's not working. Here's a piece of advice. Fire yourself. Fire yourself. You're terrible. Alright, so let's take a look at this week. What are the big games this week? Well, we got Chris Clark going against Brad Ellis. And like I stated before, I think this is where Chris Clark gets exposed as the fraud that he is. And Brad Ellis comes out and takes care of business. The other big, nationally televised game for this week has got to be the Schroeder versus Schroeder matchup. A pair of 0-3 and frankly just absolutely putrid teams going at it. And if there's any justice in the world, and I mean any, you guys will fucking tie. Like 3-3 and nobody wins and you'll both go through your season winless. Because, you know what, that's kind of what you deserve when you keep 2 fucking defenses. 2 defenses! I don't know what you're smoking, but I'm pissed you ain't sharing it. Jeez. And Schroeder, we've already discussed. Mike Schroeder, we've already discussed your ineptness in general, and I don't think that's drug-induced at all. I think that's just hereditary. But let's be honest. we've got a preview of the championship game this week. Me, Wasenius. Classic confrontation, two undefeated teams. This is a chance for us to both mark our territories. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous, because Wasenius always, and I mean always, fucks me on Monday night. Always. How nervous am I? I'm as nervous as the guy who just dropped the soap in the prison shower.
You take a good, you take a bad, you take them all, from there you have the facts of life, the facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you're growing, now you know about the facts of life, the facts of life. When the world never sees you believing up to your dreams.
And you know what? I'm justified for feeling that way. Because in case I haven't mentioned it, Wasenius always fucks me on Monday night. Let me take you back, I don't even know how many years, to when I was ahead of Wasenius by about 3 points going into Monday night, and all he had was Steve Young. It was the night Jerry Rice broke the all-time touchdown record.
In the 1994 season on Monday Night Football, a fitting stage for Jerry Rice, who was just 1 touchdown behind Walter Payton and 2 behind Jim Brown on the NFL's all-time list. Rice helped the 49ers to a comfortable 37-14 lead over Oakland, and it appeared his night's work was over. The 49ers' first-team offense came back on the field.
I distinctly remember that night going back into the game late in the fourth quarter, and here was the play call. H3 double go. And obviously you knew it was there. Jerry had 2 touchdowns. He tied the record. We're on Monday Night Football, and credit goes to Mike Shanahan. He was always kind of acutely aware of those type of things. So we go into the game, and I thought, well, there's no way the Raiders are going to give this up right now. And darned if Steve just didn't throw it up there for grabs, and Jerry went up and got it.
He's done it! Jerry Rice, in the 75-year history of the National Football League, is the touchdown scorer of the century.
They put him back into the game, even though they had already taken him out, because they were so far ahead, so that he could throw the record-breaking touchdown to Jerry Rice, and I get fucked. But not this year, Wasenius. This is the year it all changes, and this is the year I break the Wasenius hex.